Leveling up includes you knowing yourself, setting boundaries, and respecting yourself. And in turn, others will do the same for you. Once you level up and you respect yourself as a person and you know what you want out of your life, people are going to respect you and give you that certain type of energy that you deserve. Guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Hermosa Belle, and if you're returning, thank you so much for supporting my channel. So as you guys can see by the title of this video, I'm going to be talking about how to level up in your 20s. So I am still in my 20s, but I believe that your 20s are basically your building block years for basically your life. In your 20s, that's when you're setting up your habits. In your 20s, that's when you should be getting to know yourself, learning yourself, and setting boundaries. So if you guys are interested in knowing how to level up in your 20s and basically elevate yourself as a person and be a better version of yourself, then this video is definitely for you, so stay tuned. First things first, especially if you guys are probably watching like different videos of how to level up in your 20s, be disciplined. I basically have notes here because I wanted to make sure to touch up on everything that I want to let you guys know, and I was trying my hardest not to put be disciplined as the first thing, but being disciplined is just the most important thing to me. Without being disciplined, you're not really going to be able to hit the other tips that I'm going to be giving you guys in this video. So with a lack of discipline, you basically are costing yourself a lot of time and a lot of money, and I believe that time is even more valuable than money. And with being disciplined, that will actually help you reach a lot of the goals that you guys set for yourselves. And if you guys are watching this video, 9 times out of 10 your goal is to level up in your 20s. You're not going to reach that goal if you guys are not disciplined. And when I say discipline, basically being disciplined is training yourself to have self-control. A lot of us don't really have self-control, and a lot of us, we're living our lives based off of pleasure, what makes us feel good, what makes us feel happy. And a lot of times when you're living your life like that, you aren't really being disciplined with yourself. And in your 20s, I do believe that you should set goals in your life. It's going to be a lot harder to build positive habits in your 30s than when you were in your 20s. I know a lot of you guys have heard it. Habits are so hard to break. But yeah, being disciplined is going to help you reach a lot of your goals. It's going to help you level up in your 20s. Everything else that I'm going to say in this video, you're going to have to be disciplined to be able to make this a part of your life. To be able to elevate yourself and become a better version of yourself, you're gonna have to be disciplined. Get to know yourself. In your 20s, this is like the time that you're getting to know yourself. I remember when I started college, and I remember specifically my university saying that a lot of us were saying that this is what we want to be, but it's okay if we're undecided, because there were a lot of people who were undecided, and they were like, that's completely fine because you're still getting to know yourself. So in your 20s, that's when you really want to concentrate and get to know yourself, get to know your traits, because getting to know yourself is really going to help with dating. It's really going to help with friendships, which is actually what I'm going to talk about next, dating and friendships. But before we get into that, we really want to get to know ourselves. One thing with getting to know yourself that I find that is really important is being able to spend alone time. So a lot of us, we don't really like spending, I'm not going to say a lot of us, because there's a lot of people who are introverts and are completely fine with spending alone time. But there are that section of us who need to be around people. We don't want to be alone. We want to be hanging out with our friends. I used to constantly be texting people on the phone, constantly be on the phone. I used to have a lot of friends, and you know, after I went through like a toxic relationship, I lost a lot of acquaintances and a lot of friends, and I had to be by myself. That's when I really got to learn myself. I was able to basically be real with myself. When you're alone by yourself, like reality hits. And I feel like that's why a lot of people are not comfortable with being alone and being by themselves, because they either of course feel lonely, but why is it that you feel so lonely? Like, what are you trying to avoid? And it's crazy because with me spending time to myself, that's when a lot of trauma that I went through, a lot of things, because I'm a person who I repress things. Like I repress memories. There's so many things that happened to me in my childhood that didn't really pop up into my head until I got older. And I feel like these are things that you need to go through, at least in your 20s, to get to know yourself. You have to go through dealing with the trauma and dealing with all those things, and even speaking with a therapist. Like if you guys go and speak with a therapist, they're probably gonna let you know, like, you know, spend time with yourself and get to know yourself as a person. Getting to know yourself as a person, you have to ask yourself the question, what is it that you want in your life? we all want something, you know what I'm saying? We only get one life to live. So what is it that you want out of your life? What are the goals that you want to hit? To be able to do this, you have to get to know yourself as a person. And I feel the best time to really get to know yourself is with spending time alone. So of course in your 20s, you want to enjoy your life, but you also want to have some time where you spend some alone time and you basically focus on reality and focus what it is that you want in yourself and who you are. Who am I? Who are you as a person? You want to ask yourself those questions. And I feel that with getting to know yourself, that's when you can really love yourself as a person. And I feel that self-love is very important to leveling up in your 20s, because if you don't love yourself, then how do you expect anyone else to love you? And how do you expect to love others if you don't even love yourself as a person? Because without loving yourself as a person, you're not going to respect yourself as a person as well. You have to respect yourself for others to respect you. So I really do believe that getting to know yourself and who you are as a person and loving yourself is really important, especially before you guys jump into relationships. So that's the next thing that I wanted to talk about is dating. When it comes to dating, don't allow yourself, especially in your 20s, don't allow yourself to put so much time into someone who doesn't deserve it. Don't waste your time. Time is valuable. There's nothing wrong with being in a long-term relationship. I'm not saying to not be in a long-term relationship. What I'm saying is don't invest into someone who doesn't deserve it. This is the time when you're getting to know yourself and loving yourself. So don't put in so much time into someone. You're going to be wasting your years focusing on someone who doesn't deserve it. And by the time you're done with that relationship, because a lot of times those relationships aren't going to last, you're going to think back and you're going to be like, there were so many other things I could have focused on in my 20s. I encourage you guys to date, because I feel like when meeting different people, it kind of helps you know what it is that you don't want in a relationship, know what it is that you do want. Of course, a lot of us, we kind of have set kind of like a list, like I'm looking for this, I'm looking for that. But it's not until you experience certain things that you can say like, this is definitely what I don't want in a relationship. Make sure to focus on yourself before you guys put so much time and energy into a relationship. If it's meant to be, then you guys will find your way back to each other and you guys can resume the relationship in the future. I feel like your 20s, you should be focusing on yourself, bossing yourself up and getting everything set for your future instead of focusing so much on a relationship. Friendships. Now, I definitely did want to talk about friendships, especially since I was talking about yourself as a person, dating. When it comes to friends, pick your friends very carefully. And I say that because I feel like it's very important who you allow in your circle, the type of energies that you have around you. They're going to affect you. The type of group that your friends are, oftentimes you're going to pick up some of those habits. Of course, we are all our own person, but if you want to level up in your 20s, be around people who want to level up as well. Like I said earlier, networking is so important. So I really feel like it's really important the type of people that you have around you. Some of you guys watching this video, you guys don't want to cut off certain relationships because of the length and time, but I don't feel that you should allow any toxic relationships around you. Also, when it comes to your friendships, think about what it is that they bring to you. What is their value? I know this sounds kind of wrong, but think about it like this. Value could be anything, like happiness. Do they bring happiness to me? So basically, when it comes to friendships, pick your friends carefully. If they're toxic, let it go. What is the value that they bring to you? Do they have a positive impact in your life? Why are you guys friends to begin with? That is basically the energy that you have around you. Those are the people that you seek advice from. These are the people that you're possibly going to have around when you have children later down the line, when you build your life. Basically, these are the people who are going to be around you. So pick very carefully the type of people that you have around. I'm one of those people. I protect my energy, I protect my aura. I don't even really let people come in my home. I know a lot of people are like, I'm my own person, I don't give in to peer pressure, but a lot of times peer pressure isn't what people make it seem. Peer pressure is, I'm not going to say peer pressure, let me say the word influence. Your friends can influence you a lot. So have people around you that influence you to elevate, that influence you to want to be a better person, that influence you to want to hit goals. I want to meet more friends. Like, I do want to make more friends down the line and meet more women. But the type of women that I want to meet is, I want to meet girls who are basically bosses, focus on making money, on bossing up and being a better them. I don't really want to be around people who are complacent with themselves. They don't really have no goals. They don't really have any desires that they want in their life. Create healthy boundaries. Creating healthy boundaries, it just makes sense to talk about it, especially after talking about friendships. Know when to say no. I feel like this is very important. Don't be a people pleaser, because to level up in your 20s, you got to focus on yourself and do for you what's important. Setting boundaries with people, if you don't set boundaries with people, it's kind of hard to set boundaries with them in the future. I started negating the things that I needed to do for myself and to reach my goals because I was so focused on not wanting to back out from giving my word. I'm very big on when you give your word, go ahead and do it. So I'm not saying like become a person where you say yes to everything and then you back out. I'm saying from the beginning, if you know you're not going to have the time for it, or you know it's not anything that's going to benefit you and you have to focus on yourself, say no from the beginning and set those boundaries. And when I say set those boundaries, it could be setting boundaries in relationships as well. That's the thing. A lot of times in the beginning of the relationship, you know, you might let things slide with your partner, and then it becomes a problem because you let it slide so much, knowing damn well in the beginning that that's something that you don't like, and now you let it slide so much, and now you want to tell the person to not do it, and they're going to continue doing it because you didn't set that boundary from the beginning. So setting boundaries is so important to be able to level up, because to level up you need to focus on yourself, and you're not going to be able to focus on yourself if you putting too much energy into people pleasing. Take your finances serious. I don't know how many times I have to say this. A lot of us are not budgeting, are not saving, and knowing where your money goes to is super important. Going back to what I said earlier, you guys want to build positive habits. Some of you guys are not going to have that extra money currently to invest. However, down the line, if you guys take into account everything I'm saying, you guys are definitely going to have more than enough money to invest. So I definitely do say take time to learn about investing. Google is out there, you guys. Everything that you guys want to learn, you guys can learn it from the internet. Use the internet for your advantage. Don't enter your 30s being financially illiterate. You guys want to learn as much as you guys can about finances. Even if you guys don't have the funds to do all these things, at least learn, so when you guys do get the money, you guys know what to do. Back to what I said earlier about saving, it is never too late to save for your retirement. You can create a Roth IRA. I created a Roth IRA. You could put $10, $20. So I definitely recommend learn about how to save for your retirement. Learn about 401ks. If you guys are working, you guys probably hear the jobs talk about 401ks. So learn about different ways to save your money. Learn about Roth IRAs. I advocate for Roth IRAs. I definitely believe in those. But learn about your finances, so when you guys get into your 30s, you guys are not like, damn, I spent so much money on all this stuff and I could at least put a little bit into my retirement, into saving. So yeah, when it comes to finances, learn to budget and actually implement it. Learn to save your money, learn to invest, and use the internet. Use all the resources that you guys have. We are in 2022. We basically have everything at our fingertips. But yeah, basically when it comes to your finances, set in stone healthy, positive financial habits to set your future up. Invest in yourself. So I actually wasn't going to talk about investing in yourself after finances, but it only makes sense because I was talking about investing. And when it comes to investing, I definitely believe that you need to invest in yourself. One of the things I am going to talk about in this video, of course, you shouldn't really care what people think about you. However, networking is really important, especially in your 20s. A lot of things in life is about who you know, the connections you have. A lot of people get certain positions and get certain opportunities because of people they know. And basically, this ties in with investing in yourself, because when a person sees you, they're gonna judge. I don't care what people say, but when a person sees you, they're going to automatically observe you. And what I'm saying is, it's really important to invest in yourself, invest in how you look visually as well, and invest in how you carry yourself, because a person is going to treat you accordingly to how you look and how you carry yourself. And a first impression is a very important impression. So definitely invest in yourself. Also, invest in your body for your future. When I say investing in yourself, I'm also talking about your body as a whole. So invest in yourself and investing in your body by eating healthy, by exercising, and really paying attention into what you're inputting into your body. I invest in myself by at least having one maintenance day each week. And investing in yourself is going to affect how you carry yourself. And how you carry yourself has everything to do with leveling up in your 20s. Educate yourself. Educating yourself is going to have a lot to do with career. And I'm going to talk about career in a little bit. But when I say educate yourself, take your 20s to learn new skills. There's so much stuff out there that people can learn, and it can become a hobby, it can become a passion that you simply wouldn't know is a hobby or is a passion because you haven't done it. Also, in your 20s, I am a strong advocate for, you know, being educated. However, the thing that I've noticed that sometimes can be a problem for many is a lot of us, we go from high school and then we're like, oh, this is what we want to be, and then we go to college and we spend so many years educating ourselves and obtaining a degree for something that we might not even love, we might not even have a passion for. So definitely use this time and take the opportunity to do different trainings, different certificate programs. They're a lot shorter than if you were to do so many years at university or at a college. They're a lot shorter in time, and you can basically try out different things and see if it's something that you want to do before, you know, putting so much money towards a lot of years and getting a degree. Also, take the time to shadow with trying different skills that will help you learn what you're passionate about, what it is that you want to do in the future. It's so easy. There's so many ways to take different classes out there to learn different skills, and then you'll be able to gauge what it is that you actually enjoyed. Don't just spend your 20s having fun and being like, I have so many years to figure it out. No, your 20s is the best time to try different things. So basically, take this time to educate yourself, try different skills. There's certificate programs, there's licensing programs, technical schools, and shadowing. So take the opportunity to do that. Live your life. Of course, with everything I said just seems so serious. Budgeting, setting boundaries, dating, friendships. But at the end of the day, it's still your early 20s. So live your life and have fun, explore, travel if you can. I'm a big proponent on traveling. I know there's people out there who don't necessarily want to travel, but I feel like traveling helps you see the world in different lenses. And even traveling, it helps you be more open-minded as well. Travel, explore, try new things. I know I talked about, you know, trying different skills in the beginning, but try new things. Live your life. You are young. Make sure that when you get old, you can look back and be like, I had a lot of fun. So have fun, travel, see the world from other perspectives. It'll help you become more open-minded. It's your 20s. You're meant to have fun. You're a young. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun making this video and planning this out. I really do enjoy giving you guys this information. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and not just enjoyed it, I hope that you guys learned as well. You know, I am rooting for you to level up in your 20s, elevate as a person, and become a better version of yourself. And if you guys are part of the, you know, becoming that girl trend, y'all gonna become that girl. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed it, learned anything, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Leave your thoughts down below. I really want to hear what you guys have to say. If you guys have any questions, or if you guys have any additional tips that I didn't mention, comment them down below. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.
Just curious how I'm chilling.